G'day everyone, Lucas here from the Aussie Gamers Experience, and today I am making a video which is going to mark the beginning of quite an experience. So a little while ago I stumbled across a YouTube channel by a fellow Australian by the name of SynthSpacies, and I've watched a few of his videos, and the one that stood out to me was the video that was all about saving the Sonic the Hedgehog statue from Sega World in Sydney. Now, Sega World was basically a gaming convention, I guess it was, just somewhere you could go and play all things Sega related. I can't really give you too much information about what it was like because I never went. I was too young and it was too expensive, and it was about an hour away in the heart of Sydney. So I didn't really have much influence as a kid, so I never went. We never really ventured too far away from home. So anyway, Spacies has put together this video because he was contacted and told about these statues. There's a Sonic the Hedgehog statue and a Sally statue that was apparently like a photo opportunity thing set up out the front of Sega World in Sydney, and it has been located in this junkyard in the west of Sydney. And I'll play a little bit of the video for you now, and I'll put a link to the full video in the description down below. And just a shout out to Spacies for letting me use the video. Make sure you go across to his channel and hit subscribe and check out some of his videos.
It was such a pathetic sight to see. You got poor busted up Sally with no body, Sonic missing an arm, a big chunk taken out of his other arm.
The sad thing is, the owner, I spoke with the owner, and they have no intention of selling that. I tried to act as dumb and vague as possible. I guess I don't do dumb and vague very well. She knew exactly what I was talking about, and she said straight up, he's not for sale. And I left them with my business card in case they changed their mind. I don't think that this story is going to go any further than this somehow. I even said...
Okay, so there you go. That was Spacies there trying his hardest to get his hands on these statues with the express intent on having them restored and, you know, bringing something back to life from our past. Now, what I'm planning on doing, he's tried and he's failed, and you know, I'm sure it was not through his lack of trying or anything like that. It sounds like it's quite a task to deal with these people that own the junkyard. In my favor, for my attempt, it's about 10 minutes down the road from where I live where these things are being held. Whereas, you know, it was over an hour's drive for Spacies to come out here and speak to the owners. Now, I am formulating a plan. I have a plan to save Sonic and Sally. That plan I can't share with you today. The plan... Well, I don't know if I will ever be able to share my plan. I don't know if it's going to work. It's not foolproof, but I think I've got an edge, and I might be able to save Sonic and Sally. It's a very difficult situation to try and explain, but I have some means and some methods that I want to use. Now, although I can't tell you what they are, I can confirm it is 100% legal. Well, that's it. It's legal. Ethically ambiguous, maybe a bit of, it's really hard to say. What I'm going to be doing, I know 100% that I can't get any trouble for. People may question my, I don't want to say morals, maybe ethically, no. I don't know, it's very hard to explain. Well, one thing I can confirm, look, I'm not going to get in any trouble by trying this. I'm going to be completely 100% transparent with the people that I'm dealing with. It's all about sort of being a little bit anonymous on the internet. You know, I've got my face up here. I tell you lots of things about myself, but there are certain things that I don't give, and for good reason. And I guess that's... This is really hard because I want to tell you. And I know people are probably going to be thinking, what the hell are you on about? Just tell us what you're going to do, what you're going to try. If there's nothing wrong with doing it, why don't you tell us? it's a little bit more complicated than that. But anyway, look, what I'm going to be doing is trying to save Sonic. That's all I can share at the moment. Look, I may share how it happens later. Fingers crossed that I'm successful. I may not be successful. Alright, well look, if you've got questions, comments, concerns, put them in the description. No, don't put them in the description. You don't have access to that. Put them in the comment section down below. If I can answer you, I will. If you're asking me what I'm doing, I can't answer that, unfortunately. But I'll do what I can. Well, mind you, we are still a couple of weeks away, depending on when this video gets published. We're probably still a couple of weeks from my plan being put into practice. But I'll give updates and I'll let you know. If I save Sonic, I'll definitely be letting you know. Alright, thanks everybody for watching this video. My name is Lucas. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, I will see ya! Alright, now we've fast forwarded a couple of weeks since I recorded that first portion of the video. Now, the reason why I never released that video when I made it was because I had this thought about telegraphing my intentions, just in case this video grabs some traction, just like Sin Spacey's videos did. I didn't necessarily want it getting back to the people that have the statues and sort of, you know, ruin any chance that I may have had of saving Sonic and Sally. So I've held off, and I thought I'll just add a little bit onto the end of it. So basically, I have gone to the junkyard now. I have executed phase 1 of my plan. Basically, the phases that I'm calling them are my attempts. Okay, and as you may have worked out by the tone of my voice, phase 1 was not successful. I did go to the junkyard, as I said, and I saw the Sonic and the Sally statues, and they are in a very, very sad state. I'd snapped these pictures while I was there. Now, I did have a chat with one of the owners of the junkyard, and look, quite contrary to Sin Spacey's video, where he said that they were quite abrupt, rude, and maybe a bit... I shouldn't take him out of context. I don't exactly know the words he used, but essentially I got the vibe that they weren't very nice people. And yeah, like I said, quite the contrary. I thought the lady that I spoke to there was quite lovely. We had a little bit of a chat. We spoke about the Sonic and Sally statues, and the information that they gave me is that they belonged to her husband, who is also, you know, one of the owners of the junkyard, which I didn't have the ability to talk to on this day. But the way she put it is that they were his property. He was not selling them, and she would be killed if she were to sell them from under his nose, which I understand. Now, I didn't pry too much on this occasion because I didn't want to put anyone offside, considering I am still going to continue to pursue these statues. So I didn't ask why. But it begs the question, I don't understand why. They're in very bad condition and he's doing nothing about restoring them. They are literally just sitting out in the weather, getting worse and worse as the days go by. So I don't really know why he's got such a stance on not selling these. Now, when I was speaking to the lady, she said, oh, you know what, we've had one other person who's asked about those statues, and if there's only one other person, then I assume that must be Spacey's, right? And she said to me that this person offered them $5,000 for the statue. Is that right, Spacey's? I got to message you and ask you about that. Is that correct? Did you offer $5,000 for these things? Because if you offered $5,000 for them, man, you've made this job even harder now. So, oh, actually, she also mentioned that this person, which still may or may not be referring to Spacey's, but if it is, this is interesting. Apparently, this person shed a tear, started crying when they were knocked back and told that they couldn't buy the Sonic and Sally statues from them. And that sounds like it could be Spacey's, because I know how passionate he is about getting these statues back. So, being defeated, but not wanting to pry or begin an argument, I decided that I would introduce myself, shake hands, thanks for their time, and I just simply left. However, with the information that I did gather, how minimal it was, I have started to devise my plan for Phase 2. Now, this is another plan that I'm not going to share, but will share, absolutely. Phase 1's plan, I can't share, and I don't think I'll ever share that one. But Phase 2, once it is nutted out, I will be sharing what our plan is for Phase 2. I will be discussing this privately with Spaceys to get his feedback on it and see if Phase 2 is something that may be worth approaching. But I'm not going to give up. Not yet, anyway. Alright, I think that pretty much gets us up to speed. Essentially, Phase 1 was a fail, but it may have assisted with Phase 2. I've done my best up until this date, and I will continue to fight. Give this video a like if you're in support of saving Sonic and Sally, all you Sega fans out there, and we'll continue to do what we can and give you the updates that we can when we can. When I say we, I guess I'm working in conjunction with Spaceys, because we both have like-minded goals in order here. Big fans of Sega and Sonic. Well, I guess that's all I've got for now. I'm very sorry about the vague nature of Phase 1. Who knows? It may come out in the wash. No, I doubt it. It's going to be very secretive. Alright, well that's all I've got. Thank you very much for watching. I am Lucas from the Aussie Gamers Experience, and until next time, I will see ya!